guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Facebook Friday. My name's Eric Hammond with the Orange Stack. We appreciate you following along each week as we go live at 10 a.m. Pacific time to talk to you guys about business growth and strategies to help you guys as real estate agents get to the next level. So, like I said, my name's Eric Hammond. Today we're out in Lucadia. It's an awesome day. The fog's kind of clearing up, and we're right here on the cliff. This is probably one of my most favorite lookout spots of San Diego. It's just an amazing area. So today we're talking about scaling, right? And a lot of you guys started out as that solo agent, doing your own thing, figuring out your groove, trying to get an assistant or somebody else on your team, trying to hire someone to lead gen for you, trying to hire the next buyer's agent, just trying to get to that next level. And I think that scaling is a big deal for a lot of people. You know, some agents are okay being by themselves forever, and that's awesome. They're just selling a couple homes a year, and that's their game plan that works. Others are here to take over the world and crush it and just do amazing things for themselves. So, or with their team, I guess you could say. So today let's talk about scaling and some of the things that you have to consider before you go out and hire that next person, right? We just hired another guy on our team, and he starts on Monday, which is really exciting. We're excited to have him on board. He's technically called a business developer. He works with some of our new clients and helping them kind of onboard and figure out what process they need to implement so that we can help them get the most out of their business. And it wasn't something that said, in my mind, you know, hey, we've got this new need, let's go out and hire and fill that position. It was me actually doing a lot of his job for the last couple months, trying to figure out exactly what that position would look like, understanding, you know, who needs to fill that position personality-wise, what they're going to be doing every day, the things that they're going to be concerned with as they start, all that kind of stuff. So let's back up. So there's a lot of different ways you can think about this, right? And most of you guys kind of have a plan. You've seen somebody else do it and you can kind of follow in those footsteps, and it's great. But I think a lot of you just kind of want to offset the responsibilities in your business as fast as possible so that you can scale and get to that next level, right? You're looking for somebody else to take more listing appointments or work with more buyers or help you fill out the contract or take care of all the paperwork. Those things are great, but you need to know what you need before you go out and hire and fill that position. Let's talk about my business developer for a second, right? So when we started this venture, the Orange Stack, I talk about we all the time, but it's kind of a collective of everybody that I work with at that given moment, my wife included. It's not just me around here, right? I have a lot of help, a lot of support, a lot of things going on here. And so when we started out, we have a funnel that basically is on Facebook, and it brings in new leads for us to work with, people to talk to, people to reach out to, connect with, talk about our product and things like that. That's where most of our business comes. I mean, it makes sense. We're a social media marketing company. So what happens is when people set appointments to work with us and talk about our product, they come through, they set an appointment to talk to me. I dive into their business, learn more about what they're doing, try to help them understand, you know, the goals that they're trying to reach, if they're trying to double their volume of sales this year or wherever that goes. And there's a lot of questions that I ask them, you know, exploring, really figuring out the method of the best product for them. Everything that we do around here is custom for the agent that we work with. It's not like a Zillow product where we just turn on that zip code and you get all the appointments for that area. It's a very time-consuming custom process, and everybody is unique for that aspect. So on the phone, I would ask probably 20 to 30 questions over a 30-minute period, really getting to understand that client's needs, what they're looking to grow. Some agents are like, hey, I sell 5 homes a year and I'm trying to get to 7, and that's good enough for me. Great. Our product's not designed for you. So we need to find that out right in the beginning before we go too far down that road. So as I've been working with our new guy, his name's Daryl. Daryl, by the way, if you're watching this, you're unbelievable. We're excited to have you on board. Daryl is basically newer to the real estate industry and understanding the needs of what a real estate agent wants, right? Like understanding how many homes they've sold, their average price in that market, you know, the process of how they go about and securing the business that they do. And so I'm helping Daryl understand all the nuances of real estate, and the only reason that I can explain it so clearly to him is because I've been through it, right? I've taken dozens, if not hundreds of calls from clients and exploring, again, the things that they're trying to figure out and how we can make that custom product for them. And if I hadn't gone through all that, if I just said, look, we're going to start selling this new product, get somebody on the phone tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of work through and a lot of trying to figure that out. So by me being patient and doing the responsibility up front myself, I can really learn what it takes to have that position, and the time that's required, and the amount of calls that somebody can take in a week, and the amount of no-shows that you're going to get, and the likelihood of closing a client. I know how many phone calls I need to take to close somebody, and within a couple weeks, I'll probably know about how many calls Daryl's going to need to close somebody on the phone as well. But again, if I just threw somebody into that position day number one and had no previous experience with it and said, all right, Daryl, go get him, he may have 100 phone calls dialed before he gets his first client. And I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. So it's good to kind of have some history. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about your market. If you are a brand new agent and you go team up with somebody and you say, look, I'd rather work with buyers, you work with sellers, or maybe vice versa, you guys aren't going to know the strengths and weaknesses of each other because you've never done that position. So you may have what you think is a great partner, but you don't even realize that they're leaving a lot on the table. So as much as you can, obviously try to go do every part of your business before you fill that out and before you give those responsibilities to somebody else. Go live each position in your company. I mean, obviously there's some things that you just never need to do, if that makes sense. Like for me, I am not great with accounting and our numbers and the actual deductions that our taxes need. So I'm not going to go try to do my taxes this year. It just doesn't make sense. However, there's some people that it just makes to go sense and hire these people, and we're going to give that responsibility to them directly without me having to do it. But as far as the real estate business is concerned, you guys should understand your business. You need to know what's possible. Sorry, there's a really loud car pulling in here. You guys need to know each part of your business and what you're doing, whether it's a transaction coordinator so that you can work through them with the contract, or understanding what parts of signatures you need, making sure that all those documents are submitted, whether it's showing houses, whether it's staging the house, whatever that part is, you need to know each part of the business so that you can work with the people that you hire and helping them understand how to do it better, or how to do it more efficiently, or how to look at it from a different angle. Everyone's got their own skill at that. So try to do that job in your business for at least 30 days if you can, or longer, until you really have a good grasp of what it is and what's involved and all the things that are pertaining to that position. And then you can understand exactly how you need to hire. Hire slow, fire fast, right? That's the old mantra. So go do that position, and as you're in it, work out all the concerns and all the things that come up and all the parts of it that may be challenging for the next person that you hire, and help them work through it. So for me this week, as we onboarded Daryl, every night this week I've spent an hour with him role-playing, going through the calls, talking about the different parts of how the call is going to go, where the objections going to come in, what questions people are going to ask. I know without any doubt, the top 3 or 4 questions that every single person on the phone is going to ask me. So rather than just throwing him into the fire, I can be prepared for this and help him overcome those objections and helping him have a better close ratio. If I'm willing to give up a chunk of our profit to somebody who's getting leads from us, I got to be willing to train them and help them kind of shorten that failure period, if you could, right? So as you do that, maybe write down this week the top 3 positions that you're looking to hire next, what they are, what that person's going to be doing, how all the tasks that are involved with it, everything that you can help them kind of accomplish, and go figure out how you're going to build out that position and be able to offset some of the time in your life so that you can scale, right? Because as soon as you alleviate some of the time and push that onto somebody else, you're going to be able to take on more things in your business. Obviously, you're still going to have to manage some of their time, but instead of 8 hours of that day, you may be able to manage him with only an hour of your day now. So hopefully these things help you. But basically, write out the job position, figure out who it's going to be, what the ideal client's going to be, do a personality background check on this person, one of those DISC profiles, find out who they are, what the needs are that they have, and then hire slow. Maybe it takes you 2 weeks to find that right person. Don't hire when you need it, hire before so that you can have time to weigh their options and figure out if this is going to be a good fit for somebody. So there's your little bit on scaling and business and growing. And if you are just a solo agent, figure out the possibilities of what you can accomplish by hiring another team member this year, right? If you've been doing it yourself solo for the last 3 years, figure out what your business could be doing if you hired somebody else in your team this year and make that possible if it's something that you want to do. And again, maybe growing and maybe scaling to that level isn't what makes you. Maybe you just want to do a couple homes this year, great. But if you're trying to get to 20 or 40 or 80 homes, it's possible. Figure out how to do it. Guys, thanks for following each week. My name is Eric Ham and I'm with the Orange Stack. We do this show every Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, rain or shine. Today is shine. And we appreciate you guys following along. Be sure to check out some of our other channels. We've got a lot of great content. We do this, if you're listening to the podcast, thanks for following along. Our podcast is going well. A lot of good tips on there too. And you get to hear all of our mix of other video that we put into that too. So thanks for following along, guys. We'll see you next week.